As Winds of Change EU4 DLC is coming in just a few days, on 8th of May, I was asked by Paradox Interactive to create a sponsor video where I would showcase you one of the key nations being covered in this DLC. And while we've got so many nations being covered in this DLC, I decided to choose the best one. So Mongolia. I'm gonna play as Mongolia for a few very simple goals. Besides just covering the mission tree, which is massive, I'll go ahead and form Yuan. I'll go ahead and form Mongol Empire, which requires conquering all of these terrains. And I'm gonna stack like crazy 2 modifiers: cooperation cost and province war score cost. So guys, you better fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a bumpy ride as Mongolians. As you see, Mongolia starts as a subject. We are a subject of Oirat. It makes it problematic. On the first side you see they have 17,000 troops. And they are just much bigger, stronger than us. Even the ruler is much better than ours. Like improved relations, national unrest. This is terrible. But we're gonna figure this out. Well, the mission tree is definitely gonna help with this, but there's not much that helps us against Oirat. The Tumu crisis definitely gives us claims and mill points. And these are claims on whole China. I'll anyway start with my estate, one estate, which is tribes. And from them I'm gonna take a couple of pledges, making sure that they are loyal. So, autonomy for chieftains, manpower for sure, religious unity, as we'll be conquering a lot, as well as stab cost, which is extremely useful. Then we'll go ahead and sell titles to have some funds for early game. And seize land, then some of the diets, and the mission is to just be independent. Or I can just click this, which is gonna make tribes more loyal, and is gonna automatically complete the agenda tomorrow. So it's a super useful thingy. Now from here I'll actually focus admin, because we'll be coring a lot, while from the mill we will take the discipline advisor. With the money that I got, I will already recruit a free company, which will be making us slightly over the force limit, and we'll take a look at enemies of Oirat. It's Uzbek and Mongolistan, and you see there's a changed name in this DLC. Now we'll see this 50 against 73, this is 53 against 102, because the Uzbek ruler is cruel, so they won't be really willing to help us. Well, let's just make sure to start improving relations with both. To make it faster, I can go to human, send a merchant instead of Xi'an, and we'll use that merchant to improve our possibility to improve relations. The agenda gave me a general that is... This is not pre-core, that's 2-6. That's gonna help a lot. And you know, on top of these troops, I will want to build additional 2,000 of actual CAF. We need more CAF to fight. Thanks to the missions that we clicked, the tribes are pretty loyal, so I'm getting CAF cost and manpower recovery speed. Both super useful to recover this, but also I'm not paying that much for my CAF. And it's still twice more expensive than infantry, but by default it's 2.5 more expensive. I've been testing some games, and you know, the strategy against Oirat, I saw a few ones, like for example it might be off to just recruit all of the mercs faster, so one more stack on top of what I have, and attack them ASAP before they build up a bigger army. Or alternatively, and it's what I'm gonna do, is to try fighting at least one nation from their rivals, their enemies, that will help us. But for that we'll need to improve relations and it will take some more time. But we do have that time. And that is because War with Ming, which is crucial for our game, but War with Ming will come when they take a reform. And before they take a reform, it's gonna be at least a couple of years. I also hand a diplomatic reputation advisor here, because that's gonna make it just more likely to get someone to support our independence. He's placating our ruler to stop us. Nothing can stop us now. Oh god, guys. They have too many diplomatic relations now. Oh yeah. And this guy is cruel. This is a pretty unlucky start, but I think we could handle that. Especially that these guys don't have also any allies. I think I'm gonna handle that. Let's start. I'm gonna be YOLO here, guys. So If you're considering this video a guide, it is not really a guide, but my tip will be either wait for one of the enemies or just do it yourself. But if you want to do it yourself, do it fast. That's what I'm gonna do here. Let's recruit up to 22,000 troops and attack them. Merc company, and you should do the same. Choose either the best stats, fire and shock to fight, or as I have a good ruler from the mission, you can also just take the siege guy. And you see, I could really get these guys to support us. I would just have to wait another 2 years to improve the relations more and then take the diplomatic reputation advisor, but I don't have time for this. Let's just go ahead and attack these guys. That's -3 stability. And you see, they usually will stand one of their armies in Karakorum without a general. That makes it much easier to attack. Let's just go ahead and improve it already. And that is almost a guaranteed wipe with the numbers advantage. And that's guaranteed wipe is 8% of the war score. Now I can just slowly go and carpet siege them by having a numbers advantage. That's why I'm gonna go send the mercs to siege down their capital. Why the manpower troops will be very slowly carpet sieging. Now that I will not be improving with these traitors, I will start building spine on Ming. So by the time we start the war, I'll actually have 100, which is a massive siege ability. I actually do have a stab cost modifier guy here. We'll just leverage him to get this cheaper. To make it funnier, Ming just attacked Oirat as well. Please do take the reform. And from Oirat itself, I want to take all of these provinces. So Ming actually cannot take anything. Full money and more reparations. Obviously also grant independence. That is even better news. Our heir just died. He was 111. First rivals is gonna be Korshin, Oirat, as well as Solon. Well, now while you'll be waiting for China to take a reform, I'll go ahead and attack Solon and start going into Manchuria. Since I will be having money long term from China, I will already start using free advisors to make as much money as possible. Ming just took their first reform, so I'm gonna get ready, especially for the Tech 4, and I'm gonna attack. Since I have a bit of money, I'm really considering building a fort before we war with Ming, because that's gonna be our biggest problem. How to fight them without forts. The one fort might change really a lot. Even if it's a simple fort on highlands here. This is a much better heir. I'm gonna name him Zlewikk. Important aspect of going a bit into Manchuria early on is development, because above 150 development we unlock free company, grand company, independent company. Early game we do and we do not care about autonomy. We do a little bit because we want to get guarantee forms, especially the one here for core creation cost and the one here for raising power gain. On the other hand, we don't want to really deal with rebels, but yeah, the problem of rebels won't be that big. No, Ming, I don't want to be your tributary. This is, we want to attack them as because their mandate is still low, and we don't want to attack them because they have 50,000 troops. Ideally, they should start losing to some rebels. Muntukhai Khatum is one of the events Mongolia has, and I think the mean time to happen for that event is 200 miles, so we're a bit lucky to get it. Not early, I did not cheat to get it. I promise, guys. Could use her as a general. That's 301 and 445 general. Or I could change her to be my ruler with 546 stats, or be advisor, which is worthless compared to the other two. It's actually a tough choice because the general will be of huge help, and that one is also like big difference. Worst part is I'm gonna lose. No, this is a standard general, for that's a ruler general. Let's make a ruler. So this way I can also go and take Tolerance of Heavens. That's a much better manageriation. I will recruit more of cavalry. That is natural. We need cavalry to fight with Ming. So I'm gonna recruit additional 4,000 of them, and then I will also get a grand company. Here's the tech, and I'm gonna even get innovativeness. That's without institution. I will get institution by simply conquering provinces from Ming. Actually, instead of grand company, I decided that I'll just go for a free company. I'll have 14,000 here and 16,000 here. These guys will be fighting, these guys will be sieging. They have the free siege guy. Obviously, conquest of Ming as Oirat is much easier as they have a mission that occupies all of this, but it won't be that bad for us as well. They have 45,000 troops with old technology. And that's gonna be not the conquest, that's gonna be not even the tribal conquest, but take Mandate of Heaven as 50% cheaper to take provinces. That's also half Agra's expansion. The fort is ready. I'm losing 20 ducats a month. It's time to have some fun. I'm gonna repay these loans from the money I will take from Ming. These guys go after the capital Beijing, and these guys just wait for the troops to come. And you see the spine that I built is giving us 8% siege ability. According to the provinces from Oirat is giving us 1 true Khan, which is Horde Unity. Changing our current form to Kingdom and claims, perma-claims on Mongolia region. Also modifying Karakorum. That is, I think, annual Kurutldai, which is yearly Horde Unity. But yeah, with Horde Unity, I can take a mission here, which is Demand Allegiance, which is additional manpower and crownland for us. A reminder, why do you think I needed the low mandate? Low mandate is increasing the fire damage received and shock damage received they are getting. Funny story, guys, but Ming is already at 80,000 troops, but I still think I'm gonna win them. And I'll tell you why. It's all about the pips. I do have 11,000 CAF, and my CAF on this technology is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pips. For comparison, Chinese infantry has 2 pips. Chinese CAF has 3 pips. This is a massive difference. Besides that, of course, it's a flat terrain, so me as a horde, I'm gonna get some bonuses. I just have to get there ASAP, 23rd July. Let's see how we're gonna roll in this battle before reinforcement. 3 to 7 is not good. 0 to 9 is really bad. 6 to 0 is good with our cavalry getting into the battlefield. 2 to 2. 0. 9 to 1, let's go! What is on fire phase? Give me nice on the shock phase. 6 to 3. Yeah, and that's less than I expected. 3 wars for this size of a battle. At least we took Beijing and we closed their armies here, I think. We should have to follow them now. Now they can go for the tributaries, it doesn't matter, but yeah, I'm gonna send mercs to siege down Xinjiang now. You see, they're going around here. I'm waiting for them to split so I can take this 16k stack and cash them. This is what I'm talking about. 20k stack is definitely something we want to fight. And now, where they don't have that much of a quantity advantage, the battle is still good for us. We perfectly finished the first one before the second one started, and all of them is a massive amount of the war score for us. We already have 12% war score from battles, could be better, but at least they're down to 40k of low manpower, and soon rebels should start coming. Correction, they're down to 22,000, out of which 6,000 is running through Siberia. And now I got the border with Giga Uzbeks. Rebels incoming. I want to present you guys a concept of Back of China. Some of you probably know it already, but 1st February, I'm turning off all of the forts that I took, so they have no garrison, except Beijing that will still have 1,000. Yes, they are down to how many troops? 20,000. Then I'm gonna peasant out for as many provinces as possible. So something like this. And full money, that's the key part of this peace deal. Not taking provinces that are occupied by my rebels. Embrace the institution. Take the technologies. Repay that. And I'm gonna immediately attack Korshin. Because, as you see, Ming is gonna protect them. Before I attack Korshin, I'm gonna raise all of these Chinese provinces for more mana. And I should be able to make Ming. I can't make Ming rival yet. But yeah, with this, I'm not really over 100 overextended. I can call off the provinces easily. And I have money to take this. Which I will take, it doesn't matter. Now, we click the mission. All across the Dragon's Gate, that is army tradition for us. And declare on Korshin as promised. Declare the war. That's gonna be, yeah, just make it tribal feud. And I can immediately besiege all of the forts where I turned off the garrison, because they all have 0. And I'm gonna arrive in each before a month tick. This rebels disappeared, by the way. That's another mission, okay, click, by the way. Which is here, Masters of Religion, which is allowing me to choose one of the branching missions. We have first branch that is Tolerant, second that is Devout, and third one that is Confucian. And since I'm not going to plan to go for Emperorship, I'll go for the Wu mission branch, which will require me to raise and convert a lot of provinces. Just accept it. Oh, another mission! So many missions! Strengthen the Baskas! That's for expanding for over 150 development. That's manpower recovery, speed, trade power from tributary states, and admin mana. But that's Baskak autonomy privileged, which I'm not planning to take for now. Look, I'm finishing sieging all of these forts. Gonna go off them. And we will try to do triple Bank of China, because I'll take the full money from Ming again. Question is it enough to take full money? No, I have to siege down Beijing. So just go ahead and send these 2 stacks to do so. Oh, that's this, so like I breached the walls here, but do I have enough troops to rush down this fort? I think these stats are this can't. I'm gonna try. Just while doing so, I'll go speed 3 and I will keep consolidating the troops to be a bit more efficient in the rush. This can work really well if we do it correctly, guys. There it goes. Okay. I turn off all of these forts again. Okay. I peace out Ming for full money. Again. Yes. I don't want to wait another month because that would recover the Beijing garrison. Peace on out. And now I'm gonna attack Karadel. But Ming is no longer gonna help. Okay, there won't be quadruple Bank of China. I wanted to do it again, but it's fine. I not only took the money twice from Ming, I also shortened the truce from 15 years. Now I can focus on conquest of the other guys, especially the corridor here, as I want to get to India. With that money I can also get even more troops. So I remove my free company. I'm gonna recruit a grand company in their place. We don't want to overextend with the amount of money we're spending, as we can really get rid of that money fast. We're gonna spend enough to expand really fast. Oh, and Ming just went bankrupt. Unfortunate. I'm thinking if I should take the first one diplomatic ideas, as that's province war score cost. And then a second ideas admin. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna dev anything yet, but I'll be deving institutions soon. I just want to unlock the ideas first. Oh god, for a reason took this province to get access to Tibet. But Mongolistans took Tibet provinces, so I have to go through them, and they allied to both Kazan and Nogai. Ay, guys. This is 60,000 troops I would have to fight that I don't want to fight. It's not worth it. Screw it, I won't waste time while waiting for these 2 nations to die a bit to rebels. Same for Ming. I'm gonna go ahead and attack Korea already. They have to take 5, but so do I. There it is, as promised. First idea group straight away going after diplomatic for the province for score cost. I'm gonna start filling it right away. I don't know why, but Korea thought that they can win with us while defending the mountains. We say in Polish, nic bardziej mylnego. It's something like, nothing closer to the truth, or you couldn't be more wrong. Conquest of provinces in Manchuria gives us development in Ilhuere, and whenever we raise a province, we increase loyalty of the tribes by 1. So it would be really easy if I want to cancel any of the privileges. Also, the next deploy idea is 20% CAF compatibility, and we just become a great power. Number 6. It's happening, guys. Ming is out. Since I have 1,000 of mill points, it's time to start deving with admin and mill mana. Is capital the best province to dev? Or do you have anything really that would be better? I think I will go with the capital. So just go ahead. I will wait for the prosperity. I'll just dev a few times now to not hit the mill points cap. I'm actually more considering Confucian security faith, because we're gonna have more provinces of this region, and then they're not impacting on religious unity. Let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. That increases our religious unity, which also allows you to take unified to faith, which gives us admin mana and clergy estate. There it is. I've lost some crown land, but one more estate is always useful. That's admin mana I could take, as well as some other bonuses. That question is, do I really want to take anything? Well, we want to keep the equilibrium at 50, so how about I take just more loyalty? My truce with Ming ended, and it's gonna be hard to navigate between rebels, but it is what it is. Let's just go ahead. I don't have take mandate of heaven CB. I think we might need another month tick for that. Yes, there it is. Just go because there's just more provinces we can take. Mongolistan is really trying to throw in every possible level. See this? They want me to cut me off from India. Really? I'm trying to avoid Sijinam provinces occupied by separatists. Mostly I'm occupying provinces non-occupied or occupied by pretender rebels. So this way they keep releasing more nations like Wu right now. I'm really thinking to attack Mongolistan because they are so annoying and Nogai temporarily does not want to join. I'm gonna do that. I don't want to fully annex them. I just want these few provinces to get to Tibet. And at least I'm gonna stop Chagadai from sieging down provinces from rebels by declaring war on them. It's super annoying. And I need to get to Tibet. Institution is right now present in our capital. And that is enough to embrace Renaissance. Thank you so much. And can take also the Miltech and be still up to date and still keep our innovativeness. We have to finish war with Ming ASAP to deal with these troops. It will be some easy wipes, don't worry guys. And it's also new 2000 ducats to maintain our army. This obviously is siege Beijing missions, which is perma claims on South China, Shinan. I had claims on this already. As well as river personnel that I can unlock. That is available loot and raising power gain. First bonus in Age of Discovery. I don't really know. I will go for the war taxes cost. It should help us save some money. From now on, the quality of the video should be much better. And also the quality of our conquest as well, because India, here I come. Let's look, because I'm not really sure how this battle will go. But I'm gonna get my whole army to Gouda. Oh, it went better than I expected. Much better than I expected. This is good. I don't know if it was changed in this patch on the previous one, but you see, in the past the issues that these charts were always showing you the percentage of the religion province-wise. Like, for example, to change your religion in the country, you needed to have it development-wise. And you see that development-wise, Hindu is 12.7%, we're gonna take it to 50, as I want to switch Hindu. Why? You will know a bit later. I'll also not really raise this province as much, because I want to keep the development. As you know, with Bengal done, we can go either for Orissa, easy, Jaunpur, a bit harder, or Bahmanis, easy. And we need to split by religions, because we are fighting with a nation that is Sunni. So now we can go after Shia or Hindu nation to spread the AE. And honestly guys, I will start with Bahmanis. Speaking of AE, I just got this event. I'm gonna let it auto-click in a few months. Obviously also unlocked my national idea for minus 15%, and I should get also another 10% from here, but it's gonna take time. And I forgot to tell you guys, I'm great power number 1 obviously. Could have been of an issue guys. It's 1476, I have no possible rivals already. My second idea group is obviously gonna be administrative, because we are gonna embrace the co-creation cost meta. For the co-creation cost meta I also need a lower average autonomy. That's why I actually go ahead and release Orochonia over here as our subject. Because I'm anyway not really using this lands right now, and I need to decrease that autonomy. Same for Haishi here, and they're gonna take all of these provinces. That does also help with increasing the percentage of the Hindu provinces. It's already 30. With Renaissance spread to all of our states, I can go ahead and start our golden era and take first 2 admin ideas, getting closer to this co-creation cost and this co-creation cost. As we've won 100, this is good that we have a country, we've won 130 battles already, but more importantly, we have army larger or equal than 50,000, and that gives us working event is gonna be updated, as it's gonna increase the chance of getting us a rising star events. And the generals created from these events, we have +1 shock and siege pips. This is really good, but also the War Games event. Let's see what we'll get out of it. Prestige, manpower, and loyalty. You know, I really need reform progress to get to this co-creation cost here. It's gonna be crucial. And I just found out that there's reform progress that I can get from a mission here. I just need an admin advice on the level 3. So let me... Oh god, it's gonna cost so much money. But I can afford it. Click this mission. Thank you so much. That saves us 7 years. And we will see I'll switch back to national unrest right away. Whew, that took us some time. 50% of our religion is right now Hindu. I can also become an empire. Hello there, Hindu zealots. So see, Hindu will become a new state region of Mongolia. I will lose some prestige and crown lands, especially crown land we heard, because we need it for the reform progress growth, but it is more important to switch the region. We've lost the mandate of Heaven Casus Belli, but we never planned to take it. Now, see, we are Hindu. Our religious unity is 102, and I'm gonna go ahead and take co-creation costs from here. So see, the reason I went Hindu, we will have 50% co-creation costs from this too. I can actually already show you, because if I erase a few provinces, then I will be able to take this, which you see 50%. Then I'm gonna take another 5% from here. I have 10% from Hindu, and I'll have another 10% coming from this monument, which in total should give me 75 co-creation cost. With 75 co-creation cost, you can core any province in less than 10 months, which means we'll avoid any rebels happening in the future, but there's a bit more until that. I have to fix my economy to start boosting the monument, and to fix my economy I'm gonna now go and focus fully on China. And you see, coring these provinces from ever is already super cheap. I'm gonna make it, it's gonna be funny cheap. Becoming an empire is gonna give me both heads, bent knees, which is, we don't have tributaries, so we're gonna get a modern empire modifier with monthly reform progress growth. States governing costs, also very useful, and also additional stats for our ruler. With a bit of money saved from raising and piecing out the different nations, I can start building up the Varanasi monument. For now, to get 5% co-creation cost. That also unlocks us mission Unification of Mongolia, which gives me a choice between all owned Korshin, Kalkan, Oirat culture will change to Mongol, or I'll get max promoted culture. Oh, let's just change all of them to Mongol. This is super nice. Tier 4 guarantee form is gonna be focused, I think, on calf cost. I might take something else as I form Yuan, but calf cost is gonna help us save some money. And the next reform is coming in 1521. Okay, that's not that bad. But yeah, full annexation of Korea gives me Hermit Ender, which is horde unity, and also tech cost from the shared spoils privilege, which I'm not using. As I'll be conquering provinces in China, I'll be adding provinces to trade companies. I don't have capacity to stage all of them. And this is to get merchants. And these merchants I'll use to unite the whole East Asian trade, and actually have an economic base to build up more troops, mainly more cannons to siege them faster and expand even faster. It's really interesting because with Noble Tribes mission, I can enable a nobles estate. So I have a clergy, I have tribes, and I have nobles right now. The only issue is, again, I'll lose crown land, which a second ago hit 50. Not for long. Since I have a lot of mana and colonies is already here, I'm gonna develop it in a province next to our capital, because it's gonna spread to our capital very quickly. And with these two provinces combined, I should be able to embrace the institution. And I'm gonna develop it in Karlin or Kyacht. Let's go with Karlin. Ideally, we should fix the prosperity. So I'm just gonna dev it a couple of times, not to hit the points gap. I don't think I saw that at the time in the near past. Bukhara just got formed by the Uzbeks. Conquest of South China is giving us ending the red turbans, which is prestige, which will be covered for power points. Legendary conqueror for the ruler, and a good general, but our ruler is 55 years old. I don't think I want to take the legendary conqueror now. I would rather wait for it, for our heir. Besides fixing our trade, I think I should also take care of my income by stating some gold mines. So I need to take care of Marvar for sure, but also the province in China. But yeah, since we want to form both Yuan and Mongol Empire, how about we go west? At last, since the Age of Reformation is coming, and one of the requirements in Age of Reformation is to enforce religion on a nation, I'm gonna go ahead and enforce religion on the weakest subject. How about we do it on Liang? They're gonna be with this layer for a while, but it is more important to have someone converted. It's really already good because you see the co-creation time I'm having right now is 13 months, but we have to shorten it by another 4 months. To do that, I needed 1 more government reform and 2 more levels of the Great Project. It's really annoying that Bukhara had so many allies: Great Oirat, Assam, Afghanistan, but I'm piecing them one by one and breaking the relations with Bukhara. So soon they will be out of allies, so only Assam is left. I'm gonna peace out for 100% Bukhara, then attack Oirat to get at war with them. It's again white peace to shorten my truce from 15 years to just 5 years. It's time for us to embrace the, I wanted to say Renaissance, but this is colonialism already. I started slightly playing around with our trade companies to get a few merchants, and that's already 100 of income that we have achieved, and we'll be only scaling that as we'll be uniting the lands around here, and that will also allow me to start investing more into cannons. Taking a bit of lands from Bukhara is not only a border goal, but there's also people of Kazakh, which is some additional manpower we're gonna get. And we're gonna get an event where we could either release Kazakh as our subject or get simply handed army mana, and I'll go for army mana because I don't need a Kazakh subject here, which means I should be unlocking Tech 10. I'd prefer to that in Jan, where it's gonna be a bit cheaper. So just gonna use it for now to def a bit to keep increasing our crown. And it's also raiding parties mission, which is giving us CAF cost and CAF compatibility, as well as a better general, which is complete trash. There it is, my friends. Tech 10. A bit ahead of time, but I could do it. And since I really don't want to deal with the rebels, I want to focus on expansion. I'm gonna go for humanist ideas. The next national idea unlocked is really underappreciated because it's giving us envoy travel time. So in case of a world conquest, a really crucial modifier. Hello there, Mr. Varanasi. Time for level 2 monument. Extra conquest in the Chagatai fixes my name placement. Not borders yet, don't worry, I'll do it by the end of the video. That's a march into Central Asia mission, which is gonna give us build points. And that's pretty much it because I'm not working with a Kazakh. Now after this, the next step is to go into Iran, which requires me to get 6 more provinces into here. But also we've got the Legacy of Gold mission, which is going into Pontic Steppes, and Muscovy, as well as Tighten the Yoke. Well, it's just going into Russian region. Easy peasy, let's just get ready for Muscovy, which is... What? Allied to Denmark, Hungary, Aragon. How did that happen? There goes Age of Reformation. I'm gonna be really straight here. It was extremely unlucky to get it by 1514. Usually it's much earlier in the game, but it doesn't matter. You see that we've got 3 of the bonuses unlocked, which is not bad. I'm gonna finish Humanist. That's gonna be bonus number 4. And I'm talking about all this because we have to focus on getting war score cost versus other religions. You see I've raised already 322 provinces. I just need an Inquisitor level 3 for this mission. So let me find an Inquisitor. There's an Inquisitor, but I need to be able to improve him to level 3. So let's just find another one. I love this kind of moments. I had all of these rebels loading, but thanks to calling over the provinces and humanist ideas, I have absolutely no more rebels loading left in the country. Don't have to deal with it. This is the time, guys. With new ruler, first of all, obviously retaking the co-creation cost, but more importantly, we're gonna go and pick our legendary Conqueror trait. You might think, what the hell is this giving? Well, it's years of separatism and shock damage. So this requires me to convert provinces and raise a couple of them, as well as an advisor. In exchange, you're gonna get missionary strength. Our rule becomes Zealot, which is additional missionary strength. And the next mission for the Horde is gonna give us anti-event of the game, war score cost versus other region. War score cost is the second most important modifier I'm stacking in this game besides co-creation cost. Into Iran, on the other hand, is gonna give us Khan of Khans modifier, and this you know, some of the new approaches the Paradox is giving us for the last few DLCs, that over the missions you're getting one modifier that keeps stacking to be better and better. It starts with yearly Horde unity and envoy travel time. Envoy travel time is super useful, and then I'll be able to improve it more and more and more. There's also 1000 ducats that's gonna be useful to get us closer to the monument. Also funny stuff, we are hitting the GAF capacity which is expanding so much I might need to destate a bit. Or get a couple of buildings, because I have maximum of capacity I could get from the states. I think the monument is still ongoing, and I know you need the guarantee 4 to make it fully working. So let's just spend 1k on card houses. What I could also do is to go to exploit development tab and exploit it wherever it is possible, just to decrease amount of development that we are having in these provinces. The last humanist idea is here, which is also idea cost, land leader shock and land maintenance modifier, as well as policy for improved relations. That might be actually a bit more useful than this one. Hello there, Mr. Ottoman. We finally have a border. Europeans, here I come. That's gonna be 60, 80, almost 100,000 troops will be fighting, and at least Aragon is not willing to join. By the way, Moscow is 2 technologies behind. Denmark is 1 technology behind, and so is Hungary. Since Moscow was guaranteeing Bukhara, this is the moment to attack them as well. Hello there, Moscow. So you have actually not that bad quality. This is very similar, but obviously our calf, even on forest, is doing their job. How about we fight in a bit bigger quantities? And on the flatlands. Yeah, that's what it was. 16,000 troops over here. Let's go and try Hungary as well. Hello there, Mr. Hungary. How are you doing today? Not too good? I'm so sorry to hear that. Conquering Samarkand is giving us revenge on the Timurid, which is permaclaims on Khorasan region, a general, and from fall of Hindustan, because I've killed them long time ago, I'm gonna get calf compatibility, co-creation cost. How much do I have now? A reminder, we need 75 for it to work. Got 67, so with this modifier I could start the World War. We need to prepare, and we're gonna declare a lot of wars at once and conquer a lot of provinces at once. I don't think this was going too well for Europeans. They lost 80,000 troops already. Something that I'm finding extremely useful in our size of the country is the movement speed, which we have 30% of. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wars, but we need a few more. I'm anyway waiting for 800 Splendor to take war score cost before I peace out and war. Of course I could start coring some of these provinces already, just going up to 100. I wanted just to show you the trick. Oh, Denmark, you've lost so many troops, you want to peace out? Sure, there it is. Province war score cost. So now cost of, let's say, Moscow is at 300%. It's still not what I'm looking for, but we have a few more bonuses to stack, including Raid Ruthenia, which gives us province war score cost, as well as Malta Monument. We could theoretically also try getting the Hegemon, but I'm not sure I can get it. It also goes the max Varanasi monument level. So if we decrease war exhaustion, you see that our co-creation cost just hit minus 70%, and as said, we need minus 75%. Let's get all of our diplomats back first, as we'll need them to send as many peace as possible. Okay, I'm gonna click this mission here for co-creation cost, and you will see that. Let's start piecing out the countries the most far away. You break your relations with Denmark, then I'm gonna take as many provinces as possible. And you can see with our war score cost, it wasn't really a problem. 140 overextension. And when I'll try coring any of these provinces, you'll see that the coring is gonna take 7 months, which means even though I will in a second have so many rebels loading, if I core all of the provinces in 7 months, these rebels will get up to 70% at max, and then I'll have these provinces scored. But let me just go ahead right now and piece out all of these countries. While I'm piecing out, new missions are coming. Legacy of Gold is gonna give us looting speed and available loot, as well as some permaclaims, so even cheaper and faster coring with permaclaims. Just take a look, this will be cored in 6 months. And then Tighten the Yoke for provinces from Russia is some additional permaclaims. And now I have to cross the Caucasus, go for the Novgorod provinces, and go for the provinces around here. Crucial one is this one mission, as I need to do this. Then I already have requirements for this mission, and then I'll need to go after Commonwealth. Well, for now we are 280% overextended, we need more, and gov capacity might be an issue. I'll probably state 1 or 2 states. Okay guys, this is it. All of these are taken. You see, now I have 750 overextension. I'm actually also a bit over my gov capacity. But now before I start calling all of this, and this will just cost me... Actually, I don't have enough points to core. But I'm gonna go ahead right now and start raising the provinces as well before I core them. And before I even start coring the provinces, I should form Yuan first. For the better color. And more importantly for better national ideas, because there'll be admin efficiency there. So let's just go ahead. Reform into Great Yuan. You see, normally to form Yuan you need to be Emperor of China, but if there's no Emperor of China you can form it as when you're an empire. Yes, please! And I'll take a look. We've got manpower, gov compatibility, gov capacity, co-creation costs the same, morale, tech cost, shock damage, envoy trial time, movement speed, admin efficiency, and goods produce modifier. I got a few new missions around here. Right? These missions are the old ones, right? And I got a few missions from forming Yuan. This is meal points. I'll figure out these missions later. I want to first take care of the provinces. Forming Yuan definitely trolled us a little bit, because moving capital to Beijing means I've lost the trade companies in China. I'll fix that later. So in the end I'm below 500 overextension. And I have millions of rebels loading. But none of them will actually rebel thanks to the setup of the co-creation cost that we are having. And the change of capital did destroy my income as well. Anyway, as for Yuan missions that we just unlocked, expand the Han army is gonna give us mill points and a cheap advisor, which I'm immediately gonna use. It seems there's a coalition being created because I didn't really look into who could join. I think that means we have to attack the Ottomans, even though I don't have the troops just next by. Should be still a fairly easy war. Overextension? What overextension? Rebels? What rebels? That's how OP stacking co-creation cost is in this game. That's also why I think Johan mentioned they're gonna try avoiding as much as possible modifiers stacking in EU5. So this won't be possible. And obviously now we just have to keep expanding like this and stacking the next important modifier, which is province worst core cost. Here is also another modifier, co-creation cost. So now we already stacked 83% of it, but 85 in fact without war exhaustion, so be at 75 once the mission modifier goes off. Heart of Persia is giving me 25% and perma claims all around here on the Ottomans actually. Guys, good news, Malta is in hands of the Knights and they are independent and not protected by anyone. Have to get the provinces here to build the ships and try invading them. Also have to build spy on someone from whom I'll steal the maps. Let's just do the Ottomans. I should also do Commonwealth simply for siege ability. Mamluks as well. The war of the Ottomans is waste of time. It took us a lot of, but I'm at least close to deplete them. They're out of manpower and their troops are just vanishing. Wow, Japan just formed. We have to go ahead and finally conquer them. This is interesting. We've got the Closure of China event, which is a choice between Closed China, that gives us provincial trade power 40%, or Open China, which is decreased provincial trade power by 25%, but I get tech cost and idea cost, and I'm gonna go for the second option. Commonwealth, here I come. I prepared 3 stacks to fight you. They are 2 technologies behind, but they have a couple of allies. And together with them they have like 130,000 troops, so that won't be a free war, but I'm gonna make it easy. Really good news is that Genoa is in this war as well, so I might try using it to get the Crimean provinces that I need for the mission tree. And the Wing Hussars quality, I'm not sure I want to fight it with the amount of reinforcements I'm bringing. The quality is so bad I don't even want to reinforce it. And I can attack them from 2 sides. I just realized that Commonwealth is number 2 great power and they're just vanishing, not only on the amount of the troops, but also as soon as they accept our peace deal, on the amount of the lands. And that tiny conquest of Commonwealth, AE, most of the Europeans do not even see me, so it doesn't matter. Let's take a look what kind of mission is unlocking us. You see, I'll be able to take Raid Ruthenia as soon as I take provinces from Muscovy, because then also I can take Fall of Ryazan easily. Oh god damn it! our Earth right now river, which is a raising power gain. This is so good. And just so you understand the power of the raising power gain. 27 double Yangzhou. How much mana it can give from raising? 85, 51, 17 for 9 development that we are raising. Across the Caucasus is giving me some heredity, tradition, pretty useless honestly. But at least atop the Dragon Throne for conquering provinces, I think all of the provinces in China, I'm getting full of China until the end of Age of Reformation, which is unjustified demands. I don't need it. But Asher Honors is pretty useful. Look guys, Tunis is killing the knights. We don't want that to happen, right? How about we go ahead and enforce peace on Tunis? Easy peasy. I just had to improve relations with the knights to over 100. And it's done, so I'll be able to attack the knights myself. You know guys that I like keeping my promises, that's why I'm fixing the borders a lot, especially the name placement. And we already do have 800 provinces. With a bit of chunk of Moscow that I took, by the way, I already have 5% war score cost from Malta. I can go and take Nizhny Novgorod, which is additional gov capacity. This is what I needed. Also national honors for 15 years, and most importantly, province war score cost and Clayton Carpathia region. So now, how are our province war score cost modifiers? So I've got 35% war score cost versus other legions. I can get it to 45 with the monument, and additional 30% province war score cost. So that's gonna be 75% in total. So for example, if I wanted to attack Ottomans, 233%. Commonwealth, 209%. Do I see any great powers here? I don't think so. Let's say Sweden, 134%. What is this mission? Simplify the movable type. Okay, I need to have a level 3 advisor, besides provinces with paper and card houses. And in exchange, I'm gonna get institutional embracement cost, institutional spread, innovativeness, but look at that. If printing press did not spawn, it spawns in 9 years. I'm gonna get 100% progress for it in our capital. Does it mean it's spawned in our capital? No. Without even spawning. Is it bugged? Where's printing press? Didn't work. We might wait until the printing press spawns, but this baited me. It's fine, I'd love to expand in the west, but I have truce with everyone. Except Akayunlu, but Akayunlu is allied to the Ottomans, with which my truce is ending anyway next year. I didn't rush it much, so at last I'm landing in Japan. And let's see, the samurais army quality is not too good. It's actually interesting because it's 1544 and Ottomans still do not have any decadence. If Malta fort's finished, the province war score cost of the Ottomans is down to 170%. Like, let's see, Commonwealth. Commonwealth is down to 150%. How about the Mamluks? They are down to 116%. Basically, now Japan is just 330 overextension. I will prevail. While the Ottomans is 350. Which means that just only from these two pretty big wars, I just got 700 overextension. That's gonna be a bit less once I raise the provinces. And in this Divine Wind, so the samurais is unlocking me Attack Buna Naval Doctrine, as well as a cheaper advisor, so honestly I expected more. No guys, it had to happen. The Europe just revealed to us, which means I'm gonna start getting AE of them, because you see, if you don't see a nation, this nation does not get AE when you're expanding around him. But now, this might start being a problem, but I guess we'll be fine. The arrival of the Jesuits. Yeah. Well, I'll arrive a bit earlier to you guys. Guys, printing press started in Iceland. But you see that I'm getting it in our capital at the end, so the mission worked. Told you, Mamluks will be left with only these few provinces after my war with them now. The province was conquest. Annexation of my subjects certainly is fixing the borders a lot as well. And I'll be preparing to finish this episode, because we might record more. From Commonwealth, I could go on almost fully annex them, but we don't want to cause full European coalition yet. I'm just minimizing the amount of the provinces to get a border of Bohemia, get border of Stettin, and get border of Lübeck, so I have the casus belli on them. And I'm also minimizing it so that too many nations cannot join the coalition. I just also make sure to break any other alliances of Commonwealth. Not even money, just shorter truce. So we're gonna have to be very cautious about this now. I told you guys, good borders forever. And conquest of the Ajamis provinces is gonna give me a few missions. Restoration of Ilkhanate is modifying the Khans modifier with yearly homogeneity and movement speed. And I could also release Ilkhanate here, but CAF compatibility I could get from it, but I'm just gonna go ahead with the second option. Sultanate of Rome is gonna give me another envoy travel time, while into Egypt it's gonna give me raising temples plus 10 ducats. Unifying Ulux Usur, on the other hand, is the Golden Legacy event that allows me to release a Golden Horde with another CAF compatibility for us. I just don't want it, or just get admin mana. Now obviously besides that, I can go ahead and form the Mongol Empire, which is pretty much only changing our name, color, as well as tier 1 guarantee form, which is an improvement to Step Ord, because you see I'm getting right now all of these modifiers. One of the big changes is a bit more of CAF to inf ratios. I could run only cavalry right now. And I think this is where I'm gonna end. You see we've hit 6.4 thousand development, but a lot of this development was raised, well, so this is more important. 1.1 thousand provinces by 1553 starting as Mongolia. Obviously I wanted to speedrun world conquest. I wouldn't be playing as Mongolia, I would start probably as Oirat or one of the other nations. So I think this is a pretty decent result for Mongolia start. And tell you what guys, if we hit 5,000 likes on this video, I'm not only gonna continue playing to finish the mission tree, but I'm gonna try speedrunning pre-1600 World Conquest, which is probably still doable with this save. And obviously guys, subscribe to the channel to get notified about the future videos, and do check the links in the video description as well as a pinned comment to get the Winds of Change DLC by yourself. Bye!